when she talked about, oh, I've already forgotten what it was going to say.
Check.
Two.
He was going, yeah.
Miss Grace, what year did you start with the River City Praise Team?
So I've been here since the beginning, back in 2002.
Yeah. How about you, Miss Dolores?
I think.
You were.
I think I was.
Zach, when did you join the team? Roundabouts.
I think we decided it was around 2006.
How about you, Miss?
2002.
Wow.
Long time ago.
Oh, gee.
Long time ago, yep.
How long have you been at River City and a part of the praise team?
I have been at River City since the get-go, since the beginning, and part of the praise team since the beginning too.
How about you, Miss Debbie?
I think I started the praise team about a year after I came, so I think that was about 2005.
When did y'all join the River City Praise Team?
2002.
I don't have anyone with me because I had to do this later. I'm the newbie on the team this week. I started with the band in 2011, so 15 years with this praise team.
What throwback song is your favorite song?
That's hard. That's really hard. I think because it's an original Cherubim and Seraphim, and then My Name Is in the Book.
There you go.
I think I would have to say the songs that came out of River City.
I love Cherubim. That's
Cherubim
one of
and
my
Seraphim,
favorites.
and your
Cherubim and
song,
Cherubim and Seraphim. Awesome.
Yes, both of them. And so I would have to say Dolores' song, My Name Is in the Book, and Angie's song, Cherubim and Seraphim, are my favorites.
Cherubim.
Her racist.
You can say it. It's your song. You can say it.
I do love Cherubim and Seraphim. I do love it.
Cherubim and Seraphim is always just a fun song, and I remember recording it in that little room back there, and I love it the most because Angie and I singing and looking at each other, and there's always just these moments of time that I remember. We just look at each other. There's the thunder rolling in that other song is another one of those times that are just moments that are familiar, that are good, and Cherubim is just full of that. And I gotta say, I really love it when we sing Shout. We just haven't done that in a long time. But I love that, especially also when we sang Journey. I mean, when we sang Don't Stop Believin', I gotta say that was probably my favorite Sunday ever.
If I'm picking a favorite song, I'm not going to be the odd man out. It's got to be Cherubim and Seraphim. It's great. And that and My Name Is in the Book. Those two I have some really core memories of when I started on this team of playing those songs, having obviously never heard them before and being thrown into it. And I love them. I love doing them today. If I was picking a song from outside of River City, I'd say right now it'd either be Days of Elijah or Awesome God. But anything Martin Smith, Delirious, Did You Feel the Mountains Tremble, or Lindo Cooley and the Brownsville Revival, it's all very, very dear to my heart.
Every single time we sing Shout to the Lord, it just reawakens something from the time we first sang it. There are a lot of those songs, the originals, like I know Pam's written a song and we sang that for a while. Dolores has got a song, and then Kevin's written songs. I love those. Wayne wrote a lot of songs. Those are still down like in my DNA. Tony had some songs, some original songs that we sang, and they are like like I forget about them, but then when we start singing them, I know all the words, and that's pretty amazing if I could remember all the words.
To me, the throwback is more, it's like a nostalgic feeling, I guess. It's more, I don't know, it's one of those things like when a certain smell or something takes you back to a memory, like just the whole set to me, it takes me back. It's not one song in particular, it's the whole vibe.
And singing songs, you sing the same song over and over and over again, and then one Sunday it'll hit where you'll hear something different in it, and it will take you to a different place.
It's surprising to me when you don't listen to something for a long time and then you can go back. I can go back to You Are Good. I broke a stick in Aaron's, 20 years ago when we were there, and I still remember hitting the cymbal so hard to break a stick. And of course, it was a different, it was set up for bands, and it was just a different environment. But it's just amazing to see or hear something and it take you back to another place that you walked through, and see the faithfulness of God to keep blessing us as we move ahead. And it's nice. It's just that reminder, hey, I've got you, and embrace the mystery.
GK, I'm going to ask you an off-script question. You were involved in the setup and tear down for a long time, weren't you? I think you should talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, in the very beginning, we were a traveling church. We had a caravan of antiques and
A bus.
all the sound equipment. Well, did we have chairs? We had carpet.
Were they in the daycare? Where were they?
Aaron's in the bar.
In the bar. Kitchen bar.
Church of the Bar.
What did you think when you walked into the bar to go to church for the first time?
I didn't think much of it. I was away, and my husband has done this to me at least twice, where when I go on a vacation, he goes to a different church. We knew Danny and Angie, so he wanted to try their church.
Yeah. Oh, what a good day.
Being the drummer, brought the drums and all that to wherever we were. We practiced at different places. So I would set up on Wednesday night. We'd practice. I'd take it all down, take it home with me. I'd bring it back on Sunday, set it all up Sunday morning, and take it down Sunday after church, take it back home. So, but it never felt like work. I loved it. I had the freedom of worshiping with people that I trusted, and I didn't know how it was going to go. It was fun. I liked being a part of the band. And it didn't, normally when you're in a band, you have to go out of town, you have to go to different concerts, you have to do a lot of traveling. So to me, I felt like I was a roadie 30 minutes from home. And we go and we set up, and through it all, it never bothered me, did it? I mean,
But you are thankful that we're set up.
I'm so blessed. Now I show up in this tuned and I sit down. It's like an office.
But when we all came together, I thought I was talented, but I wasn't.
Yes,
because
she
everybody
is
was
talented.
everybody was
talented.
playing chords, and I didn't know. I had been taught classical piano for 11 years. And I didn't know beans when I came with this group together. I didn't know how to play chords. I thought, Grace knows. And I sat there at practice and watched you, and I was so impressed.
Well, I had the easy part because you were playing all the arrangement part, and the chords, I was just chording.
I couldn't
So
find
you
all
were-
the songs with the chords. I mean, with the arrangements. I had to get on praise charts and download, but I learned chords, and they were easy once I learned them.
Yes. Well, I think that Dolores and I have made a good team. In the beginning, we both played together. Both of us played every Sunday. Well, we
Right.
had 2 keyboards. And as we've evolved, now we only have 1 keyboard, which is still wonderful because now if you need time off,
We
you're
can do
good,
it.
and
It's
same with me.
easy to work.
Yes.
It's easy to work with Grace.
Yes.
It is so easy to work with Grace.
Same with Dolores.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
It is.
I'm appreciative of how I worked through and how we've grown, even to rotate. Rotating and allowing that flexibility and other people to come and grow and grow the team.
It's really amazing with our size church that we have rotation
Mm-hmm.
and like layers of it.
So it's been certainly a lot to navigate, but it was never anything that I dreaded. I've always enjoyed the packing, the unpacking. We had to teach everybody how to wind cords and how to set things up, because if somebody was out, somebody had to know what to do. But everybody was happy to help, happy to pitch in and learn how to do things. And so it was fun. It still is fun. And so I really didn't know how long I was going to do it. And I still think I'm going to keep doing it,
24 years later.
Yep.
If I was picking one memory, it would probably be my first Sunday here, because I was a hopeless romantic in pursuit of someone who will remain nameless, but I am married to her now. She invited me to church, and I wasn't opposed to that at all. And so I said, sure, I'll be there. And the room looked really different back then, and the band was over here in the corner. This was long before the stage and before the side rooms were built. And and I just remember sitting in the back, in the very back beside the garage door before it was boxed in, and feeling the cold December air blowing under the door on my feet. And I just remember looking around and being like, this is different than any other church I've ever been to. And I looked over to my right, and our friends from Wooded Acres were here, and they were worshiping with just reckless abandon and joy. And I remember that. And I remember looking over and saying, wow, there's a lot of freedom in this place. And I didn't know how to put verbiage to it at that point. I just remember really being blessed from the very start. And that's never really stopped. And then 8 years ago, I was blessed to start working part-time for the church and helping facilitate all the stuff with the worship team and with the tech. And then when COVID hit, we started doing the live stream and much more digital ministry. And so it sort of grew, and it's just been a blessing the whole time. It's been a blessing. There's been challenges, there's been ups and downs, but serving the Lord with these people, the ones that are here and the ones that have come and have moved on other places, serving the Lord with this team, with these people in this church, has been one of the greatest blessings of my entire life.
There is a lot of age difference in here. And I think what has been truly remarkable to me is that we all get along, we all do our best, and we've grown. Even though we've grown older in age, we've grown closer together. And that means a lot for somebody my age.
38?
Yeah, $39.99 plus shipping and handling.
We were talking about it earlier, but people coming and going and people being called in and called out,
Yeah.
and it's just so obvious and so clear the Lord's hand on people and their lives, and being where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be here. And I'm so blessed to be here.
Yes, yes.
I remember just making the decision. It was really just a look. We knew when we looked at each other that it was time to make a change. And we didn't even really have to say anything, that this was something that we wanted to do. And, and I remember walking into the daycare for the very first time, and I was like, what is going on? But it was so much fun. And every phase of it has been mysterious and fun. You know, even looking at this building, I thought, how are we going to have church in there? It's a store. And then suddenly here we have a sanctuary, and this was a warehouse. And then we had 27 different kinds of flooring out there. Now we have one. It's just been, you can't imagine what it's going to look like, and then it unfolds right before your eyes, and it's just so cool.
One thing I would have to say that I've always felt from River City is family and love. Like, I'd never been in a church. I have felt like family in other places, but not to the degree that I have at River City, and especially with the praise team. Whether it was a wedding or a death, whatever was going on, I always felt like everybody came together and surrounded us and loved on us. And I've told Angie this many times, the freedom, you know, that I feel like our church has, you know, really helped me, set me free.
As I look back, I just see the faithfulness of the Lord through the years, in the ebbing and flowing. I think Zach mentioned people in and out, you know, just as people ebb in and out and the flow. You know, there's just still been this core group that's been here, and we've just learned to go with whoever's here. It's been wonderful in every season. If I'm honest, it was challenging in the beginning because, you know, you're bringing two groups of people together.
Oh, yeah.
But we worked through it, and I think I said earlier to some people, I feel like it's been, we've been like the children of Israel in the wilderness, where we really did not know where we were going. We didn't really know what we were doing, but we were after the same thing. We were after the presence of God and doing what He was calling us to do. And so we were just following His presence, following the ark, and that's what we're still doing, I feel like. So,
And like the more we've talked, the more things are coming back to me. But I will go back to what's something that Zachary said about people who came in and deposited for a season, and the team has looked so different through the years, except for these original members. But what a blessing, everybody that's been a part of this team in their deposit in the team has been so beautiful.
Danny and Angie were so good about pulling us together. They did. And when she talked about, I've already forgotten what it was going to say.
well, Danny and Angie,
What was the word? What was the word I told you? You said the corporate.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
The corporate group. I thought, that is amazing.
yes.
Because I felt like I had been a oneer for a long time.
Right.
And it was fun getting in with a group. And when you play with a band, you don't have to be it. We used to be it in the church.
And I like that part.
I love that part because I can back off and Kevin will go right on going.
And you know, something else I love about our group is there's just there's a real honor for each other, and there's a trust. And I mean, you know, I was saying it was harder in the beginning, and I think that having worked through some of those things, we just really appreciate where we are now. And it really is easy. The Lord has just really blessed us, and it's easy. I feel like it's a big family. You know, everybody just gets along, and we know each other's place and giftings and strengths, and we know that we need each other, and there's no Lone Ranger in it. So
That's right.
I love that.
That corporate thing.
Yes,
We're there.
love corporate. Yes,
And what Dolores said about corporate. One time I was fixing the schedule, and we were already here in this building, and I was trying to fix a rotation schedule for everyone. And I knew it would be a lot easier, and people were saying it would be a lot easier if our team was small. And I was like, yeah, but there's something going on. And I literally was in tears trying to fix that schedule. And I was praying and saying, Lord, show me how to rotate these people in and out, especially the vocalists, because we had so many, you know. And I was like, this is a large team for such a not large church. And and I said, it would be really easy. And the Lord said, yeah, but that's not why I've called River City to. I've called River City to be a multi-generational worshiping church where you're literally raising up people to become part of that praise team. So he said, get used to it. It's just going to constantly be like that. And we've had people on the team as young as 16, 15. Did Zach say he was 15 14 when he started? And how old Dolores is there? How old are you, Dolores? And as young as 84, as young as seasoned as 84. And again, providing a prototype for us going forward, because this is what it means just to be a church that knows how to worship. Yeah. And do it together. I think learning how to move together it really needs a lot of trust, and you learn each other as you worship together. But the thing that struck me this afternoon as I was thinking about it was when you are going after the presence of God, and you know that you're getting ready to go low and put your shoulder under that pole to lift the ark, and you are going to really go after God, it helps to look around on the stage and see other people that you know are doing the exact same thing, because then you kind of move together. And that, I think that's more than knowing each other's cues about when we're going to sing a second verse another time or any of those things. That's really what glues together.
One thing Angie said, that the multi-generational, I was going to say, my girls grew up in this church, and two of them got to grow into being on the team. One of them started at 16, Hope.
Yeah.
So that has been a blessing to be able to see that as well. And that's meant a lot.
What a blessing, yeah.
Is there anything you want to speak to, where we're at, where we're headed?
It's a mystery, but you know, I trust our leadership, and I know that they're hearing from God. And you know, I like to sometimes sit and think about what a new building is going to look like, and I know that I cannot even imagine it, but it's going to be really awesome.
Wherever we go, I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm here for it.
I think we're just at a point where we're about to reach the top, and we're going to stay there a while and then branch out. And I don't know how that's going to look. I guess being like a tree on a hill coming up, and then the branches start going out and feeding what's around it. And I know that sounds crazy, but
One thing I feel like where we're headed is that multi-generational thing again. And at this point, you know, we already have, you know, much younger people on the team that have started as teenagers and now are almost middle-aged adults.
Right.
So I feel like that's what's next, is us passing that baton to the next generation.
Everybody on this team, everybody in this church really, but the people in this team all have a special ability to, I don't know, everybody's got their own flavor, but everybody hears so clearly from the Lord, and it's got to this point, and I don't know what God's got in store for the future, but I'm 100% confident that this group of people is going to hear it and call it out, and and follow it. And I'm really, I don't know, just to see where God takes.
And I think there's
Takes
more
us.
people coming.
Yeah.
More people coming. I think there's more instruments coming.
Amen. Go Toes.
Please,
Go
Jesus.
Toes.
I don't know. I'm still following the arc. I
that's
really
good.
don't know, but
That's
I know
good.
it's going to be good. It's been good.
Yeah.
It's always been good. So, yeah, I don't know.
And we've got some awesome people in this church, like her husband. I'm just blessed to be in it. I'm blessed to be in it, and I'm old as dirt, and I love it. It's good. Y'all are so nice to me to be old. It's the wonder I don't fall all over the stage. I have done it.
Dolores, you are an inspiration. You are a prototype of what your generation should be.
Wow.
Still
Ooh, that gives me
serving
goose-
and still worshiping.
Giving me goosebumps.
So yes, you're an inspiration for us, our
Thank
generation.
you for the goosebumps.
It's true. It's true.
When I first started working part-time for the church, we were in a prayer time just at Danny and Angie's house. I felt like the Lord showed me a picture that has stuck with me ever since. It was our praise team, and we were walking and approaching a body of water. We had our eyes fixed on what was ahead of us, and we didn't look down. And we began to walk towards the lake, the pond, whatever it was. We began to walk towards it. And then I can't remember who was at the front, but whoever was at the front just kept walking. And we stepped onto the water, but there was a pier being built beneath our feet with each step. And it was one step at a time. So if we ever looked down, it would have looked like there was nothing under our feet. But every single time we went to put our foot down, there was a new board of the pier right under us. But then as we kept walking, the pier went vertical, and it went as high as I could see. And the whole time the praise team was fixed with our eyes forward on the Lord, not looking down, not looking to the left, not looking to the right. I feel like what he showed me was a promise that if we continue to keep our eyes on him, that it might feel like there's no boards under our feet, but every single time there will be, and we can keep walking on the water. And that as we continue to trust him, we're gonna go vertical and reach him. So that's my prayer for River City this year and for all the years ahead, that we would be locked on the King and that he would take us up.
And then I'm like still dreaming about some stuff. And I don't know that any of this the Lord has in store for River City, but I'm still dreaming about what 24-hour worship would look like.
Mm-hmm. That'd be awesome.
Or even if we got there by taking a step of like, oh, we're just going to open up and invite the community to come in and soak, just like,
That'd be awesome.
and what if we provide that space for people, like what would happen if we were worshiping and people just started getting healed during worship.
Amen.
I wonder about that. I wonder about Norma mentioned a tree, and I wondered sometimes, we've actually had prophetic words saying that there would be people going out into the city just worshiping, walking up and down the streets, and people would be get saved and healed in that presence of just bringing the worship of the Lord.
That's awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah. And I don't know, what else? Like you said, raising up the next generation for being able to come together and learn how to, and they'll teach us some stuff, because boy, have I learned a lot. But just that whole thing of being able to press in for his presence.
Amen.
And the Lord told me one Sunday, I wasn't singing lead, I was just standing back near the keyboard, and the Lord said, if you'll stick close, I'll let you be there when I bring the ark of my presence, really bring in. His presence is always here, but I knew he meant like bring in the ark. I don't even know what that would look like. What would that look like? But I just know it's going to be crazy good.
Amen.
You know, just crazy good. So,
I can get on board with that.
yeah, yeah, that's what we're after.